The T95E6 is an American Tier 10 collector heavy tank, and I would say currently it is one of the most balanced Tier 10s in the game. It boasts a great top speed of 42 with an amazing power to weight. It has great turret traverse speed, great hull traverse. I would say more comparable to a medium on its mobility than it really is a heavy. The E6's gun carries 10 degrees of gun depression. It's got decent DPM at around 2600, and it's got very nice heat pen at 340 even if you're running rammer. The E6, although it does have great gun depression, does have weak spots all over. You can heat the turret cheeks, you can penetrate the roof of the tank's cupola, and its hull is very weak as well. This is actually a really well balanced vehicle, or so it was, until update 9.1 rolls around, because 9.1 this vehicle is getting a massive rework. In fact, this might be one of the most effective buffs out of all of them so far. As I said, currently the E6 carries around 2700 DPM. In the next update, it's going to have 3167 damage per minute. As you can see, we're in the open test. As well, the E6 is gaining its top speed from 42 to 50. Yeah, so not only is this tank going to be the fastest heavy in tier 10 because of its ridiculous power to weight and top speed, but it's also going to carry 3200 DPM. A lot of people are excited about the Object 260 getting a bit better. I'm excited about the E6 getting a heck of a lot better. Now, the nerf that is happening to this tank is its turret cheeks are being reduced by 25mm, which will be quite a substantial nerf. If you have heat shells, even probably mediums, might have the chance to cut through these turret cheeks, especially if it's not looking directly at you. That will be a big downside, but to be real, you're gaining like 300 damage per minute, and you're gaining 20% more of a top speed. So yeah, you really can't complain. This vehicle is going to be an absolute amazing tank on the battlefield. So let's go into the current patch we're all playing in, which is 9.0, and let's see how the E6's stats compare and how it compares in battle. So as you can see, we just went from 3100 DPM down to 2850. I mean, that's a huge difference. And as I said, the top speed is 42, not even close to 50. So yeah, I mean, that's really the only two changes this vehicle is getting, apart from the slight turret armor nerf that I don't even know if it will make much of a difference. The turret traverse on this vehicle is not being nerfed, neither is, I mean, the hull traverse. So the tank's still going to be able to turn very fast. It's going to be very troll to penetrate the turret cheeks, and I never really found the turret cheeks to be something I shoot at with the E6 because it's got such a large hatch. That's really what most people try shooting at. But I can tell you already, just from driving it in training rooms, that 50 km/h top speed is ridiculous. I mean, it lets you get to spots you never thought you would have been able to, because other heavies like the IS-7, the 5A, the WZ-113 takes them a decent chunk of time to reach their top speed. The E6 has a better power to weight than some mediums currently. I mean, you can see we're already going over 40 right now, so reaching 50 is not a very hard concept with this type of tank. But let us go along and see what we can do. So what does the enemy team have for heavies? They got a 60 TP, a Kranvong, and a T57 heavy. Alright, well, at least we still do have that very solid power to weight. So even though I don't go 60, I was still able to make my way over here. Alright, well, this is a very nice position to get shells into the enemy team. We got the 60 TP off to the side, and with that, we're going to bounce the shell, unfortunately, on the side of his turret, but oh well, that is all fine. We're just going to turn our tank this way and see if we can maybe get a shell or two into the enemy T57 heavy. There you go, there's one nice tap. Let's even put on my adrenaline. If this guy's just going to kind of chill here, then maybe we can get one more tap into his tank. Oh no, what's actually going to happen is we're going to lose 1,000 health because a undetected tank destroyer is going to shoot me. Man, I love tank destroyers. They're so fun. Well, I'm still going to do my job, even though I got shot by a TD. There's really nothing I can do about that. So let's go for another shell into this 57 heavy. And, I mean, we've been able to bring a full health heavy down to 260 hit points. It's just really unfortunate that we would have been sitting at 1900, but a 183 was sitting in the perfect position to counter us. So, we got the 60 TP off to the side, who I can't really do much to yet, but as soon as he fires, that'll be my opportunity. So, we're just going to wait. Oh, actually, you know what? The 183 changed position, and since the 183 is over here, I'm just going to back up, and we're going to get a tap right into his vehicle. Yes, how do you like that? All right. Well, that's one free shell into his tank, and now we've got our 121 over here. Not really sure why our 121's over here, but at least the The 60 TP is dead, and that's pretty good news for the team, if I gotta be totally honest. We also got the Granvong over here, and this dude's either gonna pull forwards or backwards, and there you go. Nice shot into the side of his turret. Now, because our medium has decided not to deal with the medium side, this is pretty poor for the rest of our team. Thankfully, I was able to get one more shell into that Kron, making him a one-shot for the rest of our team if they play it correct. Our 1-2-1 better be careful, though, because that's the 183 right there. Yep, well, thankfully we got an Object 260 who should hopefully be able to help clear that 183. While that's going on, over towards this side of the map, we got the Kron, we got the Sheridan, we got a whole bunch of tanks that seem like they're going to push on this WZ, or I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm just going to be careful for now. I don't want to push myself into a position that I'm going to regret later. So I'm going to stay in this hull down overlook. Hopefully this 183 is going to be cleared in a moment, and then I'll be able to help out my WZ-113. But come on, Sheridan, poke it. Boop! There you go. Nice shot into the Sheridan. That's obviously going to hopefully stop the Sheridan from doing anything more aggressive, because actually, Sheridan's dead. Nice! 183 was able to clear our WZ-121, who was basically just full health a moment ago, which means we just lost a full health teammate for a one-shot 183. Oh boy, that always makes me happy to see. Alright, let's see if we can get a shell into the 121. There you go, nice tap. And now let's start backing up, because I don't want to be shot by the enemy 183. So our WZ's not a bad player by any means, so that's good news. I have a feeling the 183, if I were to guess, is right there, which he was. Unfortunately, it also just so happened that that player kind of predicted where I was going to be. So let's see, we got the 121 over here, and the T92, and of course we ricochet off of him. Let's reload in just a couple seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and ooh, 121 went right through my frontal armor. But the good news is, because this tank is so fast, we were able to get a nice slap right into his tank. Now, we're not going to win this. 100% we're not going to win. If anybody on our team had done a decent job killing that 183, probably could have been a pretty easy win. But this is Blitz, where dubs don't come very often. So let's try and get a shell maybe into this 121, or T22. But let's be real. What's most likely going to happen here is this guy's just going to kill me in a second or two. And ooh, we were actually able to stop him from killing us in the face hug, and we got a nice bounce. I'll take that. Alright, let's just try to stay held down, but it doesn't. Ooh, you know what? We're getting some troll bounces here. Come on, E6, I believe in you. You can do this. Come on, you can. Yes. Oh, please, E6. Oh, this is not the situation I want, though. Oh my God. Oh my God. We just went from being in a losing situation to a possible win. Now, I still got to be careful here, because this T22 could still kill me, which is obviously not what I want. So I'm going to try and poke this as carefully. Yes, that is exactly what I wanted right there. And look at that. We were able to win this battle. Oh my God. Now, clearly that T22 was bad at the game. Any decent player would have just backed up, shot me in the lower plate, or, used their mobility. But because of the ineptitude of that player, we were able to deal 6,460 damage and come out with a win. Man, that was a weird battle. What the heck did I just witness? We only had heat shells left. What the heck? Alright, well, either way, hopefully you enjoyed whatever the heck that was. I mean, that T22 clearly should not be playing into your... Oh, yeah, I guess that's why. But, yeah, the 183, always a tank that I always talk about, just ruining everybody. It's either you get a 183 that does, like, 0 damage on your team, or you get a 183 on the enemy team that gets away with every single shell because your mediums don't know how to deal with him. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it in the future, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. When it comes to the E6, would I suggest to grind it next update? Yes, I actually, or not grind, but purchase. I actually think it's not a bad deal, because this tank usually comes out quite cheap. It's usually like, I don't know, 15k gold or cheaper, and Christmas is quite soon as well, and this tank almost always comes out during Christmas, so I would suggest to try and pick it up if it's cheap. When it comes out, I'll make a video on it, obviously, as well, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I honestly do think that this is a tank that is going to be insane in the next update, because imagine in this game, instead of having the 2850 DPM we had 3200 DPM. That could have made a huge difference when fighting the T22, when fighting other opponents as well, so that's why I 100% am gonna love this tank next update. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Bye-bye!